Alright. Theoretically, this is going to be a fast interstitial fix on this sewing machine. This is a white. Don't know anything about it because I just put it on the table here. Model 1044, made in Taiwan. But looks like a lot of Japanese and Chinese made sewing machines. It's a horizontal hook here, class 15. Looks like they were using, oh, this bobbin case is just trashed. Well, that could be a big problem. This is supposed to have hooks underneath it, and also, like, that is not holding thread at all. So that's trouble. The person I got this from said that the real issue is, see, it's just got this slider. So it's got stitch length, reverse button, and a simple stitch width knob, and it does not do a straight stitch. You can see it is moving. Here, yeah, it is still moving left to right even when it's set to 0 stitch. So yeah. Oh yeah. And you can watch it, it's still wobbling in there when it's set for 0 stitch. So I did grab another light bulb for it. Oh, and the power switch is on. So I took this bulb out of it, threw a new light bulb in it. It's going to need a new bobbin case because this one is, so those, like, you shouldn't have a gap under the spring tension here. This is supposed to be tight. So there's a lot of things going on with that bobbin case, but for starters, I think like I've never been in one of these before. It's but I think if we take the top off here, should see this lever, and the lever is just connected to a cam, and that cam is what determines, yeah, okay. So there are two things here. There's these stops that really just determine how much movement you've got here, and so like this stop, we could loosen that and if we move that, though, it lets the needle hit the side of the needle plate, so we have to adjust this in. So this stop has to be held snug there, and that keeps it from hitting the needle plate on this side, and then the far stop, and then this knob back here is going to be the adjustment for the total stitch width. So I think, yep, need to let that stop go, and then I'm going to turn I'm going to tighten this back set screw here, and then we're still getting a little bit of motion left and right. So we loosen this. Oh, and I think I'm close already. Oh, I overshot. Ooh, I might have it right there. All right. Okay. Tighten that stop down. Now I gotta move this one because it's hitting the side of the there. Okay. Look at it go. All right, and now we set it to the 0. And we can open this and see that's not moving for straight stitch. And there we go. This is already ready to go, except for replacing this bobbin case, because I'm just going to pull this screw out. Oh yeah, this screw is over tightened, and you can see that opening on the top there. It's broken on both sides. There should be 2 tiny fingers to help retain thread there, and those are both busted off of this spring. So this bobbin case is no good. But I will grab a replacement, and this machine should be ready to go. Alright. I pulled out a new bobbin case, and this one has the fingers for either side of this hole, and that way it holds the thread up under the bobbin case tension spring. So I'll just pop this in, and Make sure that's popped in okay. We'll thread the top here. So there's a hook on the top here. This has a Japanese style, very similar to the Kenmore where you have to wrap it around, get it under behind this finger, because it's a knockoff of the okay. Singer Model 15, but a lot of Kenmores use it. And then there's a spot here, and this has a pigtail that really keeps track of things next to the needle. And then, because this pigtail is on this side, this machine gets threaded left to right. Because you always take whichever holder, you always thread from the holder side of the needle. So that 15, the holder is on the back side, and so it threads right to left. This threads left to right. And just see if it, there we go, it pulled up the thread. And because that bobbin case had no spring in it, the tensioner on this was adjusted down to 0. But now that we've got a bobbin with tension in there, we should be able to put it in the middle here, 5, get a set of short stitches going here. Yeah, there. I had such a long bobbin tail. And yeah. So the bobbin tension is still, this tensioner does not feel like it's really, might look at this tensioner. Alright, let's see what we can do about that. But for now, turn the tension up to 10. See if that well, it's in the middle now, so we might have to adjust the bobbin tension too. Let's give this a tug here. Nope, can't pull the bobbin thread out. We can pull the top thread a teeny bit. So, all right. Let's pull this thread out and shut that light off. This is the set screw that holds that tensioner in place. And yeah, I don't know. I don't see a way to open this tensioner up. Okay, well. I don't know if there's a... Nope. That is glued tightly in place, so... And there's a big flat on this, so we just have to push it all the way into the machine as far as it'll go, and tighten the set screw that's in this hole, and that is all the adjustment we can do with that tensioner. So there. Okay. We'll close the lid here. Get this rethreaded. And this is the longest stitch setting. Is pretty good. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna loosen this bobbin tension a teeny bit because I've got the top tension as tight as it goes, and it's not pulling back up through. So the bobbin tension, we'll turn that a quarter turn and see what happens. All right. There we go. Now we're pulling the bobbin thread all the way through the top. So from the bobbin tension should be adjusted so that you can get the bobbin thread to pull up through the top. And then on a medium setting like this, it's not. Alright. It's not pulling the bobbin thread all the way through the top now on a medium setting, but it's getting I think that's probably a good guess. I might want to tension the bobbin a teeny bit more. But now, switch it to the full zigzag, and there we go. Does just fine, and also reverses. So. Yeah, that's a pretty good. The bobbin tension is a little bit. Yeah, the bobbin tension is a little high still. But since that's in the middle range here, then you can turn this up a little bit if you need to. I think we'll call that good because it is stitching pretty well. There. Okay. Yep. Raised the tension on the zigzag and it sorted everything out. So. That was that. This machine came with, it was not doing a straight stitch, and all that needed to happen was to open this up and adjust the set screw on the back of the lever here. So it's all good.